Christ. What's your salary that you would definitely take?
45.
So if she called and offered you 38, you would say no.
Don't do it.
Just would you say no?
I've been there before. Think of my mistakes.
You could say no. I mean, a man has to have his line. I respect that.
Right. Yeah, I would say no.
Hey,
okay, so if Erika Nardini calls you today, or Dave Portnoy, and offers you $38,000 and benefits to be a full-time Barstool employee, you would say thank you, no.
I don't. Put me between a rock and a hard place here.
Well, welcome to the show, Justin. What do you want me to say?
I have to say, for anyone that thinks the Barstool doesn't respect this show, the heads of the company have been on some real minor negotiations.
I know. That's what I said to her. I was like, I know this is the most important thing you'll deal with all day, but we have to get this.
Well, he also said he would never leave the last time we had this.
Yeah, that was I
so
cringed.
that kind of fucked him a little bit.
I was like,
well,
fuck.
but I want him to, if it's, is it a full-time job?
Yes.
I'm not asking you.
Oh.
Dave,
Yes.
I'm not asking you either. I'm just asking out loud, really, because I know the answer. But I want him to, keep in mind, by the way, it comes out of my pocket.
Yeah, I think we can get it there. I think we can get it to being rational to be a full-time job. I think on paper, the way he's laying it out right now, it doesn't sound or look that way, but we can get it there. Lots of ideas, a lot of collaboration.
What do you mean, like bullshit and lying and like making shit up?
No.
If we all put our heads together on how to fool this broad.
No, I just mean like
we can make it like a full-time job.
no, more initiatives, more content, more stuff.
Will you continue to clean the bathrooms?
Of course.
Well, that's an important part of the job. There's no question
It
about
needs to
that.
get done.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you vacuum in here?
I have before.
Okay, good.
I think he enjoys. I think that's his favorite part of it.
I do like.
I think you like the cleaning process.
do.
Of it.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be maybe you should run a cleaning company.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you might. Like I'm
Undercut
telling you.
Jared.
If you're not careful, he will.
Would you do it for 12,000?
Kirk, you're killing me here.
Your answer to that should be, I'm not some pussy like Mike Geary.
But
it's going to take whatever you make me.
But it's a fair question though when she said, "What does Dave do all day?" And I'm like, "Well, that's true. Like,
Yeah.
Justin's kind of doing his job for him."
that's not necessarily the case. No.
Erica, think of the amount of tweets he gets. He's replying to every single one.
Who's more important to the show, Justin? You or Dave?
Dave.
Oh, I disagree with that.
Oh.
Why do you say that? Why would you say that?
We should look at the numbers then.
Well, I mean, Justin's been here longer. He's been loyal.
Why have I not been loyal?
Why? That's a good question for you. Why you've not been loyal?
One stupid thing the other day that was literally nothing. I did a horrible job defending myself.
Just in general. Like you left. You went to work for Jerry. Then you kind of were cold on us, and you came back,
Are
which
you
is fine.
fucking nuts? You would trash me, and I'd still pick up the fucking phone.
You think you're more loyal to me than Justin?
Well,
No.
Justin
This
literally
guy's clean my bathrooms.
There is nobody who would be like you. He's obsessed with you. Like
That's
what,
not
there's
true.
no-
That's not true. That's not
He
making
cramped
sense.
up after 17 miles and almost died.
17.
However, it was.
No, Justin is definitely insanely loyal to
Correct.
you.
And that's why he's going to have a job with me. As long as I'm here, Justin will be here. As long as he wants to be here.
Great.
As long as he's willing to work for $6,000, which I've said in the past. I said to Mike,
Numbers
it's a
keeps
hell of a,
getting
hell of a handsome salary, and 1826
Righteous bucks.
in 1919. The Black Sox, Justin.
I do.
You know how much they got? You know how much Eddie Seacott, the ace of the team, got paid to throw the World Series?
Was it like $300?
$10,000.
Oh, yeah, I was
$10,000.
Hey, we had to go back to Lincoln for me. So
Right, we're offering you multiples.
Things are
of
looking
that.
up.
not multiples of that necessarily, but somewhere in that neighborhood. A man could do. And what? You're living with your grandfather, right?
I am.
You paying rent?
I'm not.
Easy Street. What bills do you have?
Just up with car stuff and then school.
You still have your school payments?
Yeah.
They're gonna be gone soon.
It's pricey.
Biden's gonna wipe those babies out. They're saying.
yeah, maybe.
Gone. How much money you have left in school?
Like 40.
40 grand?
Yeah.
Done. I'll pay it.
Didn't he immediately
No, not
just
really.
abandon that though? That was
he
his big thing,
Yeah.
and then he's
well,
like,
that's
I'm
what
not
the
doing
Globe
that.
had some op-ed the other day. I didn't even read it. They were like, let's abolish student debt. And you're like, well, that sounds really like nice in like a pretend world, but then what happens?
Yeah.
Like,
We just
okay.
shouldn't make people have to go to college.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that should be the
that's
answer.
true too. So, all right. So there you go, Justin.
Let me ask. Can I ask one question here? If he took a lower salary and said, "Can I earn more in the future?" What are ways where he could provide enough value or make more money for the show? Like, how can he make more money for
Here's
the
how we
show?
can make more money. I don't know about make more money for the show. We can work here and then get a part-time job at the fucking car wash.
Yeah, but come on. There's got to be a way for him to.
Why is that my responsibility?
It's not.
Jesus Christ.
No, but can you pass that over to us on the business end to try to make more money for the show so we can make more money for Justin? And then maybe invest more money in some other area that we want to grow the show for. Because we actually do have the show's best interest at heart, even when we're potentially asking for money. Is that fair?
There's a terrible movie called The Island of Dr. Moreau. You know that movie?
I do
Familiar
not.
with it.
Val Kilmer's in it. Actually, the guy who Pedro became friends with, the smaller guy, Nelson.
Nelson something?
He's in.
Yeah.
I believe he's in that.
Interesting.
And Val Kilmer's in it. And it was a very, very bad time in Val Kilmer's career. And Val Kilmer was talking to Brando before a scene. He said, "What's my motivation for the scene?" And Brando said, "Your salary is your motivation for the scene."
That's good.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
100%.
Yes. I mean, we're going to try and get him. If he wants, sure. If there are avenues for him to make more money, great. Like what, Dave?
No, but you're not as keen on those revenue ideas.
I don't.
And just
I don't care about them.
Correct.
Justin, run away.
So can
if you're
we?
hearing revenue and merchandise, get the hell out of here.
No. I care about it from growing the show's perspective and potentially giving the fans what they want from the show.
Oh, sure.
No.
That's exactly your motivation.
Why? You just think everything's about money with everybody? That's always your assumption.
With you, it is.
Why?
With him, it
Why would that
isn't.
be that? Where have I shown
it
that?
No, I said with you, it isn't.
Where have I shown that to you? That money's the only thing for me.
So
Where
you're
have I
just, so
shown
you're
that?
you just like the revenue.
No, you don't think I wanted to work with you on radio.com, so I accepted bullshit money to work with you? You don't think that was
What bullshit money? Your day's salary?
my salary for radio.com was garbage. But I
your
took it because
fault. You took it.
No, I wanted to work with you, and
Anyway.
I trusted that if we did something
Anyway.
right, you could grow
Okay,
that.
I don't trust you. So what's your point about Justin?
My point about Justin is if we can focus on generating
Like
more
what?
revenue for the show, we
Like
can
what?
get him more money.
Okay, well, we're going to get, I know for a fact, I am going to get a very healthy bonus through the Wilbur, through the K Season 1, through the advertising we've had this year, the 2 Sacco shows. So come February, March, when I get that check, Justin will see, I think, a nice portion of it, if he's still here.
Classy of you and well deserved for Justin.
Yeah, you won't.
I'll
Kelly
try
Martin
to
fucking
earn.
stunk.
I'll try to earn that.
That's
trust.
true. Yes, you still have a chance to earn that trust.
Pay Steve and Carano.
I told you about
Harrison.
it.
I'm
Isn't
not giving Steve any bonus. That's that shot.